So it finally happened. I've been waiting a long time. I just got featured in Forbes Magazine. I want to share with you in today's video why it happened and how it happened. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome to the channel. It's YouTube and we are going again. We got another video for you. Yeah. It's gonna be a good one and you're gonna love the content. We're gonna talk about ads, webinars and being featured inside the Forbes, and then we're gonna try and get in Inc. magazine. Then we're gonna try to get in Entrepreneur magazine. Pete thought that I couldn't talk like this inside a video, but I can do the beat and then I can talk. First things first, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is John Penberthy. I'm the founder of AdClients.com, where we help you create, launch, and scale your business on the internet. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a couple new videos like this every single week, covering topics like paid ads and webinars, conversion, back-end sales, sales teams, all this stuff. So if you're interested in any of those topics and growing your business online, this is the channel to be. On. Ah, damn it. On. So I've personally been reading Forbes Magazine since I was very, very young. You know, I started a bunch of different businesses when I first left school, trying lots of different things to just make some money on, well, not even just online. I was trying anything. At first, I started a local car wash business and I was going around to my neighbors and offering to wash their car and they'll throw me a tenner. I managed to actually build that business up at the age of 12 to £1,000, which is about $1,200 US in the course of a summer in between school, which was super cool. Then I progressed to gardening and I did a bunch of other stuff like this. I've always been this way inclined, you know, ever since I was at school and when I left school. I wanted to start a business, grow a business, be an entrepreneur, allow my creativity to flow. All of that to say, since a very young age, you know, that name has always popped up, Forbes, right, as being a source of motivation and inspiration for what other entrepreneurs were out there doing, what they were achieving, and what was possible for a young budding entrepreneur like myself. I remember back in the very beginning, the idea that I would be featured in Forbes wouldn't have even been a thought that would cross my mind. I was just trying to start a business, earn some money so I didn't have to go work for a boss that I hated in a job that I also hated. I wanted to have that freedom and that flexibility. When my businesses started to take off, we're probably thinking about age 18, 19, 20 now. I was earning $20,000, $30,000 a month. I was doing affiliate marketing and promoting other people's stuff. At that point, that's when it became, okay, this idea that maybe being featured in a magazine like that would be possible. I don't know how that would happen. But maybe that would actually be an option, who knows? And at that point, I remember thinking that'll be one of the things that I work up to. I'm not sure if you implement vision boards or anything like that, but I've certainly got a few things on my list that I'd love to be able to achieve. And being featured in a publication like Forbes has been up there for a long time. And my business has grown since then to where it is right now. You know, we've gone from just a one-man band, just me, in my home office, working from my laptop, or if you go right back to the beginning, working from my parents' office, to where we are right now, you know, in this 3,000 square foot office. We've got a team of 15 people. We're doing multiple seven figures every single year. We've got successful clients all over the place. We've now got to this place in our business, and this is when we have now been featured. And I want to share with you how it came about, but I also want to share with you a couple of reasons why it's now and wasn't 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So first things first, how did it come about? Well, listen, unfortunately, I don't have any special tricks or hacks for you to get in Forbes. There isn't a Fiverr gig, unfortunately, that you can go and book to get featured in Forbes. You can't go to Upwork and outsource someone to get you in these publications. It just doesn't work like that. It is all built around connection, right? You need to know people that know people that know people. And that's the way you get into these places. You need to have the ear of someone who is writing these articles or is behind the publication of them. And that is where my time in the industry has played a part, right? Getting to know the right people, building connections over time. Things like being featured in Forbes, as with anything else, you know. Another comparative thing would be, you know, speaking on stages alongside well-known keynotes. Things like this they don't just come about overnight. These are long-term things. These are, you grind and you grind and you work hard and you build connections, and then that reciprocity comes around in some way, shape or form, and someone is able to help elevate your brand further by getting you on those stages or in these magazines. So that's how it's happened for me. It has just been building connections at events and things like that. But I do want to focus on why now? Why now, not 2 years ago, not 5 years ago, or anything like that? So when you're trying to get in a magazine like Forbes or any of the other ones, right? Entrepreneur Magazine, Inc. Magazine, they want to only publish a story around someone who's actually credible, that Forbes as a brand would be happy to put their stamp of approval on. Now, I'm not saying that our brand before was doing weird, dodgy stuff that they wouldn't want to put their stamp on, but as our brand equity has improved and grown over time, so has the way that our brand is viewed and would be viewed by publications like this. So when I was just a young lad doing affiliate marketing and no one quite knows how I'm making my money, it's not very clear, does he have a team, does he not, where's that revenue coming from? It would be difficult for Forbes or whoever the representative is to put their stamp on that. But now we've got to a place where we do have a well-known brand, AdClients.com. People know what we've got going on. Furthermore, it's clear to see our facility and our offices. We've got other videos on that here on the channel. We've been able to build a team, and we have very, very successful clients that have loved our coaching and what we have going on inside of our consultancy and by taking our training products, and they're raving about us online. So now if you go do some research on us and our brand, you pretty much just see good stuff, aside from the odd knucklehead that you'll see in any industry, right? Doesn't matter how big Starbucks gets, there's gonna be someone that talks about how horrible the service was or how horrible the coffee was.
Willing to do,
Todd! Are you not aware that I get farty and bloated with a foamy latte?
But on the most part, we've got very, very good brand presence, and that helps. That is key, in fact, in having someone like Forbes wanting to do an article on you, because they do actually do. I mean, this was quite a process. They do a lot of background checks on you. They make sure that your revenue numbers are actually accurate. They go back and have a look at the things you're saying and make sure that that story lines up to what you're saying. There's a lot that goes on like that, and I think that's why this time has come around, because we built our brand to a place where it has a pretty good reputation. So anyway, I appreciate you listening to me rambling on about being featured in Forbes. I'm just excited about it. I wanted to jump on the channel, share with you my excitement and the journey that has led to this moment in time. Of course, we'll leave a link in the YouTube description to that article. I'd love it if you'd give it a read, right? We've put in there everything about the journey that I have gone on with my company, all the way from the car washing to where we are right now. And I'd love to know what you think of the article. Please do read it. Come back here, drop me a comment and let me know what you thought. And also, I was just talking to Pete behind the camera. We were talking about perhaps doing a part 2 to the whole Featured in Forbes story, where I could take you through the article. And yeah, it's one thing to read it, but it's another thing perhaps for me to share with you why I put in the article what I did and how the story flowed and some of the key parts that happened behind the scenes. If that would be interesting to you, then do drop a comment, ask for part 2, and perhaps if we have enough comments, if we have enough comments, we may do a part 2. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do that. Turn on the bell notification. We know that there's so many people that watch these videos but don't subscribe. We don't want you to miss any videos. We put out a couple new videos every single week. So with that, I appreciate you listening, and I'll see you in a future video.